Hi everyone, and welcome to a new House webinar. I'm Rebecca, and I'm a Senior Client Success Manager here at House. We've recently interviewed some pros, and they all shared with us their struggle to manage their time and deal with all their inquiries. In today's session, we'll be focusing on the first pain point and how implementing a good time management strategy can empower your profitability. As always, we'll link all the relevant articles, studies, and handouts on the landing page. In today's webinar, we'll cover the following topics: make the most of your time, monitor your activity, and empower your business by going digital. Time is a limited resource. Deciding how to spend it is important. In this section, we'll discuss how to make the most of your time with some easy tips to put in place in your everyday life. Proper organization is key for businesses to be able to operate efficiently. Nowadays, it's essential to get digital records for ease of access, safekeeping, and to have files in one place. With House Pro, you can keep records in one place with a clearly defined system. Client emails, call notes, estimates, proposals, project updates, photos, 3D renderings, and payment information, all live on the cloud with a simple login. No more having to hunt through stacks of files, email inboxes, call records, and handwritten notes to try to piece together the history of a project or get that expense information you need at the end of the financial year. A study found that multitasking reduces productivity by 40%. So instead of trying to do umpteen things at the same time, organize your day into time slots where you can focus on each particular job with no distractions. How many times have you stopped one task when an email comes in? During a webinar, do you pay attention or try to finish a report? Multitasking does not mean you're a superhuman, but finishing your tasks for the day will surely make you feel like one. As a small business owner, you have to wear many hats, and you might think that you don't have the resources to get others to share the workload. But in fact, that could be a false economy. Identify those jobs you're not that good at and see if there's a way to offload them to a professional. If you're finding it difficult to focus on a particular task, try a system that was developed by Francesco Cirillo and based on a tomato-shaped timer that he used to get his tasks completed. Choose a job you want to get done and tell yourself you will focus entirely on that task for 25 minutes. Set the timer and get to work. When the timer rings, give yourself a big tick and go and take a small break. Make yourself a cup of tea, take a quick walk, or do some stretching exercises. When you've completed 4 Pomodoros, it's time to take a longer break. 20 minutes is good. During this time, your brain can relax and absorb new information before you start the next round of Pomodoros. In a survey, we've asked renovating homeowners what would most improve their experience working with pros. 2 out of 3 said regular status updates. With HousePro's timeline feature, you can easily share a graphic view of the schedule, tasks, due dates, and more to keep your clients happy, your subs informed, and your projects on track. Minimize the number of times clients call to ask what's happening with their projects by showing them a visual representation of the project's timeline. It's a way for you, for your team, and for your clients to save time and increase productivity. You therefore build client confidence with proactive communication. So how does it work? It's simple. Similar to a Gantt chart, name the stages of your project, set start and end dates for each stage, and share the timeline with your client. Deciding how to log and track your activity is crucial to the success of your business. In the past, tracking was a tedious process, but today there are multiple tools to help you with it. In the following slides, we'll give you some tips about tracking your time and how your business can benefit from it. If you're wondering where the time goes, it's a good idea to make a diary of how you spend your day, logging all the activities you do, and detail how much time you spent doing each one. This will help you identify tasks you spend longer on than others. Look at those tasks and ask yourself how productive the time spent on them actually is. House Pro makes it easy for you and your team to track any time you spend. You can track your time in two ways, with the stopwatch function or by adding a new time entry. The stopwatch feature allows you to time yourself as you work on a project and then log that time in as a time entry so that you can invoice for it later. In case you're not convinced, here are 4 additional reasons you should monitor your activity by tracking your time. Firstly, tracking time will help you get paid for all of your work. By ensuring every second is counted, you can guarantee you are fairly compensated for the hard work you're doing. Even forgetting to track time spent doing simple tasks like replying to emails and phone calls can affect your profits. Tracking time can also help you foster trust with your clients. For billing best practices, it's important to accurately track your time rather than simply guessing. This allows you to show, share, and on occasion prove to clients exactly what they're spending their money on. Also, you'll gain valuable insight for future projects. When you're first starting out, setting a price for projects requires a lot of estimation. By utilizing House's tracking and billing software, replace any guesswork with data and insights that will allow you to set more accurate pricing for future projects. Last but not least, you can improve your entire workflow. You can't change what you can't measure. In order to understand your overall business profitability, you should know the answers to these questions. Are you spending too much time on certain parts of a project? Are you under or overcharging? Are you being as productive as you could be? House Pro time tracking and billing tools can help you recognize the inefficiencies in your workflow so you can work to improve them. Adopting new processes and technology often requires an upfront investment in time, but will pay dividends for years. Some business owners hesitate to move away from their existing tools and resources, not seeing the value in anything new. However, being an early adopter or within the early majority of new advancements in technology can make the difference between success or struggling to keep up with competitors. In this webinar section, we'll see a few benefits of using new technologies. One primary benefit of using a management software is increasing profitability. It enables you to take on more projects per year by saving time on each project, capture more revenue on each project by accounting for time spent on changes, speed up cash flow by tracking payments, prevent mistakes that cut into your bottom line, and keep track of records and receipts. By using a management software, you can save time on each project and on general business tasks. How? Streamlining the estimate process, invoicing, billing, and client communication can allow you to save hours on each project. That adds up over the course of a year and can provide a significant return on the money and time invested to get up and running on the new software. House Pro customers have told us that using our software can save them 8 hours a week, which is almost an entire working day. Incorporating a new software like House Pro into your business means completing projects faster, not having to work on nights and weekends to catch up, and being able to free up time for your business initiatives or simply spend quality time with your relatives or friends. To streamline communication, many organizations turn to a CRM, customer relationship management, to facilitate and manage their past and potential customers. With House Pro, you can access the CRM from any device. A study found that 4 in 10 respondents said that their CRM significantly impacted customer retention, customer satisfaction, and sales revenue. Waiting to implement a CRM means missing the chance to build a satisfied client base early on. Besides managing their own time, our pros were worried about their team's efficiency and how they could increase it. That's why they asked for a shared workspace, one where multiple team members can access House Pro and collaborate. In response, we've launched our Teams feature for premium House Pro members. You can now invite specific team members to work with you on House Pro. By adding your team members to House Pro, you will empower your team to help manage leads and projects, encourage collaboration and provide greater visibility, and give everyone a unique login and control who has access. To find out more about this House Pro feature, visit www.house.co.uk/pro. Also, don't forget to check all the relevant information we'll leave on the webinar's page. Before wrapping up this webinar, I wanted to share with you a handout that we've built for you. To know what your time is truly worth, you'll need to do some maths. But don't worry, we'll walk you through it. This guide will help you identify how much your time is worth and how much more revenue you could be generating if you optimized your time. And that's all for today's session. I hope you found it useful. We've linked all the relevant articles on the description of this video. If you have any questions, contact us via support on the House Pro page. Thanks, and see you soon on House Pro.